Well, good morning. Good morning, good afternoons, actually. It's 12, it's noon, and it is Tuesday. I have to say, thank you so much for all of you who decided to vote for what was the best time for me to go live. And it was very clear that you wanted me to go live on Tuesday, 12 noon Central European time. Hello, Turel. So good to see you. And so I made my decision. I'm here live on LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. So going live on all these places. And this is one of these commitments I made myself. I said to myself, I want to commit to spending more time in my zone of genius. And what is that? Well, my zone of genius is actually to be connecting with you out there. I love being in conversation. I feel so inspired when I can be together with our other empowering women, that I can communicate with all of you, that I can hear your questions, that we can deep dive into certain topics. And for me, the way I can do that is just to extend that platform into Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, wherever else. So from now on, I am going to be showing up every Tuesday, 12 noon Central European time, or Paris, Berlin, Oslo time. And I'm going to do that because I want to start sharing more about everything that my clients are asking, what they are looking for. And one of the key things right now is goal setting. Goal setting. And think about that. How do you create an incredible experience going forward? Very often when I talk to people, they say, oh, I'm heading into that time of year again. It's time to put my goals down. And then when I'm asking, can you please just share what's going on? What's the goal? What are you looking for? What's your vision going into next year? And it always feels that it starts with, I will be happy when. I will be happy when I lose the weight. I will be happy when I get the job. I will be happy when I get to travel again. I will be happy when I have the man or whatever in my world. I will be happy when. Now, isn't this just one of the reasons as to why maybe we don't reach wherever we want to reach? Because we think that we want to reach a point and then we will be happy. I was in Sedona in Arizona just recently, and I know some of you have already been listening to my experience there, but I want to bring it up again because the three questions that I really want to bring in today that is transformational was also a reminder for me when I was in Sedona. These three questions I've used since I first heard them from Vision like Yanni from Mind Valley. And I was like, these are the questions for me, and I've been living by them for a very long time. But it's quite interesting when you're being asked from different people in a different environment, how you suddenly look at things from a different angle. So I was then in Sedona, in this magical place in Arizona. I was together with my beautiful masterminders and fellow members of She Sells community. And, as women, when we were getting all together, sorry, that was the incoming call. When we're coming all together and being vulnerable and daring to share our limitations and limiting beliefs, not limitations, but our limiting beliefs, something magical is actually starting to happen. We are opening up in a different way. And suddenly, instead of thinking, oh, I need to give the right answer to this question for the outside world, you go inside and you think, what is my answer to this question? Have you heard the 3 magical questions or the miracle questions? So, the first one is, what is it that you most want to experience? It's not what do you want. It's not what do you want to be. No. What is it that you most want to experience? That's the first one. And just feel into it a bit. What do I want to experience? The second one is growth, because we know everything grows or dies. So, who do you need to grow into? Or how do you need to grow in order to experience what you're looking to experience? Okay, right. Now, how do I get to experience? How do I grow into this person that can step into this experience? That's the second. And the third one is super important. How are you going to contribute to the world as a result of the experience? And when I say contribute to the world, it doesn't mean the world. It means how are you going to contribute to the surroundings? How are you going to show up so that your experience actually benefits other people too? So think about that. What is it that you want to experience? Imagine we're sitting December. Okay, today is the 28th of December. It's 28th of December, 2022. And you're sharing with me all the things that you have experienced throughout 2022. What did you experience? What was it with that experience that made you feel so alive? Why is having that experience so important to you? What did the experience look like? And remember, you are stepping here into the future, looking back till the day, asking yourself, what was that? It's a powerful exercise to do. Now, for me, when I was there, I came to realize that what I most wanted to experience was to truly and fully be in my zone of genius for as much as possible. And what does that mean? What does it mean when I say being in my zone of genius? When I am in my zone of genius, it is like I shared with you in the beginning. When I am in front of you, when I get to, hello there, when I am feeling connection, when I can be of service, when I can help women in particular to show up and unapologetically speaking their voice, raising their hand, speaking their opinion, sharing their ideas. That's when I am in my zone of genius, because I know that when we as women, of course, it goes for everyone, but I work with women. I love doing this work. I see that when I get to work with women and they're stepping into the biggest opportunities and possibilities they have, and they stop believing their limiting beliefs, now we all benefit. I mean, when I dropped my a limiting belief that my idea didn't matter in connection with my son Benjamin, we discovered new solutions for him. That is what I'm talking about. When you step into your experience, other people's going to benefit. So I was sitting there and I'm thinking, wow, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend more of my time in my zone of genius. Now, what does it mean? Going into the second question, how do I grow into this woman who is spending her time doing what she loves? Meaning Do not operate in my zone of competence. My zone of competence, that would be creating a landing page for my workshop coming up in January. That would be doing some writing of some sort. I mean, I'm not in my zone of genius, I'm in my zone of competence. Can I do it? Of course I can do it. But somebody else out there can do this so much better than I can. And that means that I would support somebody to live in their zone of genius. And we can exchange finances so both of us thrive. I love that. I just love that. Now, how do I then live more of my time in my zone of genius? I had to sit down and map it out. So, what does it look like to be in my zone of genius? What kind of work do I do with my amazingly powerful women? What services do I have for them? What programs do I have? And what do I need to do in order to grow all these programs? Well, so I realized that I'm going to open and more spaces in my mastermind groups, my next level purpose mastermind. I'm going to introduce guest speakers into my mastermind groups. So I'm really going to ensure that the masterminders are served on the absolute highest level so that the women who are in my masterminds can continue going out and build their organizations, build their companies, contribute with their nonprofit organizations, help people where they really want to help them. So that was what I wanted to do. Then I also realized that I needed to map out how many hours a day do I want to work when I'm working in my zone of genius. And I mapped that out. And I also realized that that means I need to ask for help. So I am therefore signing up an integrator to do work, a PA to do my work, a lot of these things that is in my zone of competence, I'm handing over. But it also meant that I had to let go of what is in my zone of excellence. That is your trap, you see. It's like we're in the zone of excellence. You make your money there. Everything is okay. You're being praised for what you're doing. But somewhere deep down, you're kind of longing for this, the next thing, when it's really going to be something meaningful. Yeah, that's when you say no to doing stuff in your zone of excellence, meaning you actually sometimes give away things. So for me, that have been meaning I've handed over clients that I know other people can help better than I can. So I'm stepping into another level. It means that I've opened up so I can welcome a different type of clients who have a very big mission. So I'm doing that. And I'm saying no to a lot of things. So being in this space and then checking in, getting support is so important to me. So, what about you? I'm curious. I love seeing all of you there. Hello, Hannah. Hi, Ingrid. How are you doing? You're in your business as well, Ingrid. I know you're growing. Torel, same with you. You're growing your business, and I'm so excited to see you all here. So, I'm just curious, what is it that you see you would love to experience going into 2022? And how can you grow into that experience? Like, what kind of a woman is it that you need to become in order to have this experience? And then this last part of it. Hi there, Abu. Nice to see you. And the last part of the question then is, how will other people benefit from you? Because when we are doing these things and we really want to feel energized from doing it, we want to step in and do something that we can see is so meaningful for other people as well. So for me, I want to share with you that like I'm working with a group of masterminders today who are going out and creating big impact. Like one of them has a her organization. In addition, she has a nonprofit organization who is now drilling a well. They've actually just drilled the well for fresh water for. For people on an island. There are 1,000 people in Nigeria on this island that have no sanitary, they have no clean water. The women are suffering from a lot of uh, problems, like a lot of problems. And this woman has created a nonprofit. She's gone in there, she drilled a well, starting to produce the water, and now fundraising, crowdfunding, so that these 1,000 people can be given the justice that they deserve when they were literally put on this island against their own wishes in Nigeria. So I get to work with women who are already stepping into a level of giving back and seeing that where they are succeeding even more when they are getting engaged in other things. Um, Everything that I'm doing, all the organizations that I'm a member of, I have selected because they are doing part of their income, their revenue goes to very specific things. Like this is why I work with and is participating with Elise Archer and She Sells community and being part of her mastermind, because a proportion of her revenue goes to very important things. Like this year, it went also to support the big cause that I'm working for, which is for Kushal, baby Kushal in India, to create a better life for him, to get access to enzyme replacement therapy, and then it was also given him bone marrow transplant. So when I step into my experiences, wanting to be in my zone of genius, doing what I love, when I therefore hand over things to other people, other organizations, so they can thrive and do stuff that is not my zone of genius, and they make money out of that, I can grow into the woman that I want to always be and become. And that is, fully expressed, confident, speaking up about what I believe is meaningful. And then the contribution is we see an effect elsewhere. And in my case, as a medical philanthropist, I do that. But I also get to work with lean and equity and sustainability and ensure that we are growing that organization for women in the space of energy into speaking up, into taking their seat at the table, to stop conforming, which is a nonprofit as well. So I'm curious, what shows up for you? What is something that you want to experience? I really would love to hear from you as well, whether that you're on live or you're showing up later on. I love to hear your thoughts on that. What are you dreaming about? What would it be? What would it be like to look back from 2022, looking back at all your experiences? So, with that, I would love to just say, have a great day. And I'll see you next Tuesday. I'll show up on the live on next Tuesday as well. And any topic that you would love for me to dive in on, any questions you have, please show up. DM me. And particularly on Instagram, it's easy to connect on Instagram, but also here on LinkedIn. I would love to hear from you and to stay in contact. Okay? So, with that, I wish you a beautiful day and take care for now. Bye.